I'm back today with the next section of interview training, and the chapter for today is body language mastery. Since I'll tell you the very first thing, the fact, and that is most of the students are well educated in the present time. They all are graduates and postgraduates. Despite having such kind of educational background, they still lag behind when they are sitting for an interview, and they don't understand what is the reason of rejection at that time. I would say perhaps it would be your poor body language, since corporate these days want people who are multi-talented and portray very good body language which will enhance their personality, right? So let's start with the chapter body language mastery, right? So the first thing, and that is one important concern also over here. In India, there are two sort of crowds. The one crowd is which is beginner, and the second one is where people are experienced. So if you are beginner, you are just into your master's or your MBA program, when you're going to sit for the interview, do not initiate handshake. Okay? Do not initiate handshake when you are sitting for an interview if you are a novice or a beginner or amateur, I would say. But if you are experienced and you are sitting for an interview for the very first time in different company, but you were there into other companies in the past, you can initiate the handshake, the first handshake, if it's needed, based on the profile, I would say. Second thing, since the summer season is going on and we sweat quite often, and there are sometimes places and areas where we have to travel for 2 hours from Delhi to Gurugram or Gurugram to Delhi. It takes around 2 hours and you sweat quite often in these days. Therefore, once you get into the interviews room, right, please understand that you're quite clean and you should have your hanky with you. So if you sweat, you hand sweat, you can wipe them by the same time. So avoid sweaty hands if you are initiating your handshake. Next thing is, learn to give a firm handshake, not the soft handshake. I have seen these things are generally taught in MBA programs, but rest of the programs like MSc, MA, or when you are in teaching programs or you are a teacher, these things are not taught. So I would suggest to all my students that always have a very firm handshake like this, right? This like this, right? I think it's visible right now. Firm handshake. Don't have very casual or very soft handshake. Firm, handshake portrays your confidence level. Next is important chapter, a different segment of the language, which is especially the body one, eye contact. It includes three things. Have natural smile, like this, right? Don't be too much superfluous in terms of the vocabulary usage also. Just portray what you are naturally. Second, your voice has to be very firm, I would say highly firm. Don't just say something when you're underconfident or overconfident. Have a very firm tone and voice. Next, constant eye contact. Now there are three different parts of eye contact, right? When I am saying something, I'm just looking and sitting in front of you, and I'm going to maintain eye-to-eye contact. For example, you are interviewee and there are three different interviewers. So when I am saying something, I'm going to look and maintain eye contact with each one of them. You know why? Because maybe my idea is more liked by the one, not by the others. So to gain, more likes from them, to gain popularity of my views, I must look into everyone's eye. Clear? Next one. That is, when someone else or the interviewer is speaking. For example, at times when you are not well prepared for an interview, you believe that they are speaking and you can have your eyes like this. But no, it's a wrong impression. When they are saying something, just show them that you are listening to them. That's why, even at that time, maintain eye contact. And another aspect of eye contact is, for example, they're asking me a question that what is the marketing dynamics in the present time, how to market a product. If I know something, only then I must nod my head like this. If I do not know, I just have a portrait in front of them of my face, but I will not nod my hand like this because I don't know about that. Okay, so nod your head only when you know that you agree with the statement or the sentence that they've just said or the question that they're asking for, right? Moving on to the next category, how to use your arms and hands as a means, I would say, as a tool of communication, right? So there is again the symbol of a language which portrays if you are like this. That means you are very conservative in your approach. You do not want to listen to them. So never have such kind of posture while sitting, when you are especially sitting for any of the conversation with your seniors or sitting for an interview. Don't be like this. Doesn't look nice? Yes. Next one, and that is, you have to also understand what to do with your arms and hands if you are not speaking. Let's say I'm not speaking, right? And or when say I would say I'm just listening, right? So when I'm just listening, I will have also a body language. That means my hands will be there on my lap while sitting like this, or it will be there firmly on the table like this, and I lean a bit forward. That means I'm quite interested in the talk which is going on. I should not lean backward on the chair like this. It shows and portrays that I'm not much interested in the conversation going on right now. So always understand, if you're not saying something, still there has to be a body language that you are interested and enthusiastic, not only for this conversation but also for the job profile you're sitting for. Clear? Next one, and that is, don't touch yourself quite often. Sometimes I have seen when you panic, because I take so many interviews in my office for most of the students. When I panic, I would say like this, or sometimes I use my hanky like this, or sometimes I do like this. That means I'm sweating. Don't portray that, right? So if you panic, it's fair enough because they know the profile is serious and you're sitting for a job interview. So in that case, don't touch your body too much. For example, when I'm just adjusting myself to the chair, I am again touching my hands, I'm doing like this and that, or I'm just putting my hand on my face. Don't do it. Just sit straight and be well prepared while going for an interview. Last part of the body posture is that you have to understand what are the 3 ways of effective body posture. The first one, as I've already said, that you have to sit straight. Don't lean too much forward, not too much backward. Clear? Next one, and that is, stay calm and sit quietly. When you get inside the room, there should not be noise from your feet like this, the way I'm telling you, like there should be no noise. Sometimes some women and ladies wear heels and it's like, it should not happen. It should be completely, I would say complete silence needs to be maintained by that time when you're stepping inside the interviewer's room. And come on, the last point. Don't try to be overconfident. Sometimes people believe that they know everything. They have very good academic record. They have more than 90%. They are in fact very good at quality part of their education. So they're very overconfident that yes, we're going to get it. No, you never know. It's all about preparation and well preparation. So always prepare ahead before sitting for an interview, because we have covered number of years of our career in getting educational qualification. Why not for this part? Because we know that we are going to portray the best personality of ourselves in the interview. If you like my video, just subscribe to my channel, and if you have further questions for interview and training, just get back to me in the comment section. Thank you so much guys. We'll be getting it very soon. Bye. Take care. See ya.